Hello, dear friends. I am a spark of your light, a light to form a fire of love on earth. Pleiadian phrase. Opinion piece. How does this movie end? With an opening of the heart, revelation of the divine matter, turning point in history of humankind. The solar flash will bring a wave of love. War news causes a lot of discouragement. Let's start. We are at the most dramatic point of a film script waiting for an outcome, a happy ending. We are all wondering how this movie of growing global tension will end, and there are several different stories. Some say that we have not yet reached the end of darkness, and others say that not only are we already at the end of darkness, but the dark ones will not be able to survive the ring of fire, also called the solar flash or the opening of the heart. Therefore, Blossom Goldchild's Light Federation and other sources began revealing that the big event was very close. If this is so, we need to talk about it so that we are prepared for the event because it could be disorienting and even uncomfortable while it is happening. In August 2017, Divine Mara announced that she was planning and bringing an opening of the heart for the entire planet. The primordial feminine energy of the universe is called Shakti, and there is only one, but it takes different forms according to each tradition. As Paramahamsa Yogananda said, in quotes, "Beloved Divine Mara, hide no more, destroy the wall of my ignorance, and show yourself before me in all your splendor." Close quotes. Ring of Fire. Steve Biko believes that emergency broadcasts are not far away and that the Ring of Fire will occur at the end of them to revive us after everything we have seen and heard. The Dark Ones will not be able to function after this wave of love has taken place. This event will change the energy for everything that exists, both on and off the planet. That is why all the eyes of the cosmos are focused on our planet, because it is part of the elevation of everything, because everything is connected. The light will be of an intensity that has never been experienced before, and the soul of many dark beings will immediately depart through disintegration, because they will feel their physical being falling apart. The body and soul energy of such mischievous people is so sick that it cannot possibly survive the vibrational frequency brought by the wave of love. For those who cannot withstand this powerful frequency, it will be a fire that will consume them, and this will prepare them to awaken and receive love. Everything old and impure will burn in this divine fire, and the kingdom of God will come to earth. When the fire of love comes, some people will become luminous, but others will burn and go through repentance. This wave of fire will soon pass over the world and purify it. Not to the war, or not to war in general. Knowing the details of the atrocities of war through disturbing news does not make us wiser, but rather lowers our frequency and produces confusion, discomfort, and despair. That sad mood doesn't help the planet or ourselves. By falling into this trap, we play into the hands of the dark ones who need to keep us at the lowest possible frequency. Therefore, I have made the decision not to give news of war to avoid discouragement. According to Dog Poet, the meaning of life is murky. There is a very wide and contradictory range of interpretations about what it is. For me, the meaning of life is finding God. This has been achieved, but I don't know if I found God, or if God found me, or it was a combination of the two. I don't have the answer to that, and it doesn't matter. What matters is getting there. Theater of the upside. The world geopolitical situation is a theater of the upside. If they tell us the ending of a movie, we lose interest in it, but in this case, it is necessary to avoid falling into despair. According to Benjamin Fulford, the theater of the upside is sinking to new lows as money and time run out. This latest attempt to start a global conflict occurs when the White Hats score important victories on multiple fronts, such as the announced resignation of the Swiss president. His removal would mean that the Davos Forum is about to lose its diplomatic immunity. The other thing happening is that the White Hat special forces are waging war in the Middle East tunnel network, where the rabbit hole goes very deep. Sadly, there are many credible reports of the destruction of underground bases around the world. On the other hand, a great purge is taking place in China that is going unnoticed by most people. Blessings. Buffness said, there is much more excitement around the expected returns and the changes that are coming. Rest assured, everything is on the right track, and only a few things await the ultimate understanding of the dark side. The concealments are becoming more and more murky and strange. The need to find secret hiding place is becoming even more critical for people who never thought their actions and manipulations would see the light of day. Many Weka bees are involved who do not know what is happening or why all this secrecy is required. They have strict mandates to carry out their confidentiality agreement with selected documents. Be at peace and endure. Take no prisoners. Believe little. Find ways to manifest faith in the higher truths that come to the surface, and know that the higher energy is busy doing what is doable. There are many aspects that one day you will fully know. In the meantime, make a difference. Find deep knowledge and be content with what is. Count your blessings for being chosen to share in the prosperity to come. Manage your own emotions and advise others to do the same. Reset news. Trump says, in quotes, it can't be much longer. A year is a long time. According to Alex Collier, the QFS would be fully operational by mid-December. According to Wolverine, great news is coming from Colombia. They are ready to go. El Salvador decrees state of emergency due to tropical storm Pilar. Solar wind. A current of solar wind blows around the Earth. Gaseous material flows from an equatorial hole in the Sun's atmosphere. Forecast for November 2023 by Tanath. We begin November after the lunar eclipse of Taurus on October 28th. The energy of this powerful eclipse will be in play throughout November, but will begin to fade as a new lunar cycle begins with the new moon in Scorpio on November 13th. Eclipses are always a very transformative time, so there is no doubt that in the first weeks of November you are likely to go through changes and upheavals. Give yourself time and space to digest everything that has developed. As the month progresses, Mars, the fiery planet, is very active. When Mars is active, things tend to get heated and passionate. We may feel a little more charged than usual. which is wonderful for getting things done, feeling motivated, and finding the confidence to take some leaps of faith. Economy. The price of gold rises above $2,000 due to the Gaza effect. Growing debt problems around the world mean it is inevitable that gold will once again be recognized as the world's reserve currency, according to Kitco News. Financial threat to the world economy. Allianz's main economic advisor, Mohamed El-Erian, stressed that the world economy could face financial difficulties if the military conflict in the Middle East intensifies, according to CNBC. Global stocks have lost another $1.5 trillion this week due to high 10-year bond yields and not good enough earnings. The US Treasury borrows $776 billion for the third quarter of the year. 17 million households suffer from food insecurity in the US. Mike Pence cancels his presidential candidacy. According to Craig Beardsley, it is an open secret that 21 major countries refuse to use dollars for oil. Russia, China, and India, and even Germany, France, and the UK are the largest countries refusing. The last day to accept dollars for oil is October 31st. It is to say today. What country would buy bonds that cannot be used to buy oil? Many companies around the world have already signed smart contracts with each other to work together. This will create a shift within a tokenized asset market due to preferences over which companies and networks have seated their alliance. In Europe. Recession in Europe. Large companies in the Eurozone are preparing for recession. They are raising prices at a slower pace as demand is slowed by the high cost of loans and inflation. According to a recent central bank survey, Germany's GDP fell by 0.3% in the third quarter. Hungary will block new EU anti-Russian sanctions if they touch the energy sector. The Bank of Russia raises the interest rate by 2 points again to 15% per year. Spain. The Spanish government approved state loan of 10,004 million to Social Security for the payment of pensions. Spain's economic growth slows to 1.8% year-on-year in the third quarter. Secular Europe sees serious shortcomings in the report of the Spanish Ombudsman on the abuse of minors in the church. Curious. The first humanoid robot factory can produce 10,000 robots per year. Personal ones will be available in 2025. FBI agents visit scientists building a flying saucer at the Falcon Space Laboratory in New Jersey after receiving a report about the use of dangerous uranium and revealed that they are part of a government investigation into the X-Files UFOs, according to the Daily Mail. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.